Yesterday when I was walking around the room and kind of looking over your shoulders as you were writing your essays, one of the things that I noticed in your body paragraphs is that some of you are still struggling as to how to or what kind of information to include in your body paragraph, especially when you're talking about an event. And if you remember a couple of days ago, we actually spent some time what we called teaching somebody else by writing in the air. And that writing in the air that we did was a rehearsal for how you would go about writing your body paragraphs. I think that some of you had a problem trying to connect that activity to your writing, and so I thought I would have another lesson in which we talk about it very explicitly so that you have a list of the things that you need to include when you're going to be teaching somebody about your topic. And basically that's what you're doing when you're writing your essay. You're teaching somebody about your topic, because this is an informational essay, this is an explanatory essay, and so you are providing information for your reader to learn something. All right, so thinking back on all of the lessons that we had, what is something that you need to include when you're teaching somebody about a historical event? Galila.
Like the date of it.
The date, right? The when. So go ahead and put down when. Now, sometimes you don't have a specific date. When I think about the Navigation Acts, they talked about how the Navigation Acts had been passed during the 1600s. That was the only information that we had. So if you were teaching somebody about the Navigation Acts, you would definitely have to say, well, they were actually passed in the 1600s, but they never really enforced them in the colonies, and now they are. Now they did. In the 1770s, they decided to go ahead and pass them. Okay, what's something else that you need to include when you are teaching somebody about a topic? Emma? The why. Now, definitely the cause, but also it's important for us not only to know the cause of it, but especially in our unique situation where we are writing about the colonists feeling like they were treated unfairly, we need to kind of focus this why with a lens for our thesis. So for our thesis, we're going to specifically think about why was it unfair? Or why did they feel that it was unfair? Because remember, we've talked about how the British really didn't feel that they were treating them unfairly. The British felt that they had the right to do that. The British felt that with all of the things they provided for the colonists, that the colonists should be loyal. So why was it unfair or made them feel that way? What's another thing that we need to include, Sean?
Where?
Where? So where did it happen? The location. We need to know the location, and in all cases, historical events had a location in which they occurred. In some cases, it may be something that is throughout an area. Like throughout Europe, or throughout Africa, throughout North America. What else do we need to know? What else do we need to know, Anna? Who? Who are the people that are directly involved? And you need to be specific. For example, you want to avoid using the word they or other pronouns that might be confusing to your reader. So you want to make sure that when you say they taxed, the British taxed. If you say they taxed them, we don't know. The British taxed the American colonists. So we need to be very, very specific. Agency?
What it's called?
Pardon me?
Like what it's called if it lost in Mexico.
Yes. So what? What was it? Name it and explain it. Don't just say the Stamp Act. Tell us what the Stamp Act did. What did it involve? What was taxed? So today, what I need you to do is to basically do the same thing that we did a couple of days ago when we did this lesson the first time. But this time, hopefully, you will have this chart in front of you, and this chart will help you to know exactly what it is that you need to include when you're teaching your partner about your topic. Now, remember what you're going to do. You're going to start with your main idea. So choose one of your three main ideas that you have for your essay. And after you say your main idea sentence, then you're going to use the events that you have in your bullets underneath to explain. Making sure for each event, you're going to provide this information. And remember, guys, this is a rehearsal. This is a writing in the air of what you're going to actually write out in your body paragraph. So if you need to jot down notes while you're talking to your partner, then go ahead and do that. You can use those notes when you come back to your seat to work on your essay. And as a partner listening, because look at our standard. Our standard today is a speaking and listening standard. So we're going to be speaking about our topic, but we're also going to be listening when our partner is speaking, and we're going to help our partner if they forget any of this information. The information does not have to be in this order, but it should all be there the best you can. Does anybody have any questions before you start working? Okay, good. Go ahead and move to your partner. I know we have a couple of people absent, and I will try to get you with a new partner if your partner is absent.